Wow. Am I like California dreaming or something?
I'm California dreaming.
Yeah. So, welcome back to the channel, everybody, or should I say, welcome to the channel. As some of my more long-time subscribers may have noticed, there's been a sudden uptick in subscribers. Yesterday afternoon, I had something like, I don't know, 77-ish subscribers, maybe 76, I don't remember what the number was. So I typically get a subscriber or two a week, something like that. It's not a whole lot. But then again, my channel hasn't been around real long, and I haven't been making videos every single day because I do work full-time, and my job consumes my life. So, you know, most of the week I'm just stuck, you know, doing a bunch of stuff for work and don't really have a whole lot of time to make videos, so I try to make some on the weekends when I can. Yesterday afternoon, while I was at work, I started noticing I started getting all these kind of notifications. And I have to thank CrownRickAuto. He noticed my, I guess, unboxing video and I guess checked out the channel and recommended that you all come and check out the channel. Really appreciate that. Very, very, very humbled by that. Didn't really expect that many people to come, you know, over here and check everything out. So I guess I should reintroduce myself. My name is Alan. I own a 2010 Chevrolet Impala 9C1 police vehicle. Well, former police vehicle. And I am not the police. Nope. No, I'm not. Because I know there's going to be somebody out there who's going to be like, you're just trying to be the cops. I'm not. No desire. If I put a little blue light on this car and started pulling people over, I understand the dangers that are going to come along with that. Haven't you seen the news lately, people? There are some nutty people out there doing crazy things. And I live in the home of, quote-unquote, Florida man. You know what I'm talking about. Those news stories. Those beautiful news stories. Florida man, you know, goes and cannibalizes his wife. Or, you know, does something crazy, you know. And we're always on the news for the dumbest things, you know. Like the crazy guy on bath salts eating the homeless person or something. I don't know. Bath salts. So the last thing I want to do is go around and pull over your neighbors, because that would be completely insane. That and, you know, somebody on bath salts might eat me. Bath salts! Huge thanks to CrownRickAuto. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thank you all for coming over and checking out the channel. If you saw that video that CrownRickAuto posted and kind of tagged me toward the end of, and you came over here because of that, do me a huge favor. Go into the comments section, drop hashtag CrownRickAuto sent me. I'd really like to see how many of you are coming from over there. That's pretty cool. He makes some great videos over there. I love the skits. They're funny. The funny man is interesting. The continuous quest for biscuits is always fun to watch. And for those of you that don't understand that reference, he kind of got himself in trouble saying what he was really looking for, which was weaponry. Because YouTube kind of frowns on that stuff. So he started calling it biscuits. But my thought is he should be looking for biscuits and gravy because, you know, why not try to find both? Guns and ammo. This channel is basically about my ownership experience on the Chevrolet Impala. I noticed there wasn't a whole lot of channels based on this particular vehicle. There's a lot of Crown Vics out there, and I definitely don't hate the Crown Vic. I like it. It's a good looking car. So I guess that'll slow down a few of you trolls that are probably going to pop up and go, well, obviously you're a Chevy guy. Kind of indifferent. Like them all. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, all of them. I mean, clearly I like this Impala, or else I wouldn't have bought it. Anyway, speaking of buying cars, and kind of circling back to the whole biscuit idea, while I was fumbling around on the computer last night, I was looking around at one of the local auctions that we have in the area. So what I'd like to do is kind of show you some of the vehicles that we have readily available. I think it's second Saturday of every month right here in the Tampa area. This auction over here has a little bit of everything, and it's got pretty much any kind of municipal vehicle you can think of. Everything from street sweepers, garbage trucks, to lawn mowers, obviously law enforcement vehicles, dump trucks, motorcycles. Private dealers sell things. You can consign things there. I've seen piles of light bars. There's usually piles of used tires, shipping containers, pretty much anything and everything. Transit buses, school buses are usually there. And these vehicles go from anywhere from $500 to, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think I saw a like an airport fire truck go for some insane like 6-digit number. I think it was like $180,000 a few years back. So while I was fumbling around on the internet, I noticed there was an interesting vehicle in there that I had to go check out. As you can see, I stumbled across what they described as a 2008 Dodge Charger pit vehicle. I guess it's governed to 30 miles an hour, at least it was in the description. It said it won't go over 30, so I don't know if it was a governor or maybe it's just broken, who knows. But the vehicle, I guess they cut the bumpers in half and put the pit cage around the car on both sides, and they have since cut that off, obviously. But what really piqued my interest on this was it still has the light bar. In the 8 years or however long it's been since the first time I went to this auction, I have never, ever, ever seen a Florida Highway Patrol vehicle with the lights still on it. So I had to go see what this was all about. And in the pictures, they still had the graphics. So let's go, I guess, snap over to the auction. Yeah, there's something you don't see every day. They almost always strip the light bars off these things. So, as you can see from the video there, they burned off the graphics, but it still has lights. So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, maybe this would be a cool show car, but with the graphics off of it, my interest was a little bit lower, because now I'm going to have to paint the car and fix up all the grinding that they did to remove the like the FHP and all that stuff on there. And the fact that it was a pit vehicle. So if you don't know what a pit vehicle is, basically a pit vehicle is a vehicle that they use for pursuit intervention technique training. They may have a different version of it elsewhere, depending on where you are in the country, department, whatever. They might call it something different, but the basic idea is the criminal vehicle is obviously running from law enforcement. The law enforcement vehicle is supposed to come up behind and kind of tap the rear corner of that fleeing vehicle. And these pit cars are, basically either the pursued vehicle or the pursuing vehicle. So it's either going to be the one that gets spun around or the one doing the spinning, driving up and bumping the other vehicle. So my hunch is the transmission's probably shot, because the goal of spinning the vehicle around is to kind of spin it around and kind of disable it, or at least stop the direction of travel so that all the other law enforcement officers can kind of swarm that vehicle and hopefully stop the person that's running. So basically, I'm assuming the transmission's shot. But it did say it runs and drives. Well, when they went to start the car up, it didn't start. So now I'm thinking in the back of my head, well, there's some light bars. There's a light bar on the roof, a light bar on the rear deck, and there's some control stuff in the middle. And the panels on this thing are trashed. I think the front quarter panels had big holes in them from the mounting of the brackets, and then the bumpers are cut in half. The transmission's probably shot, and in reality, it's a 2008 Charger. And if I'm going to go do a show car based off the Florida Highway Patrol, as cool as that one would be, you know, being that it's already rigged up with the lights, I don't even know if the lights work. They might be all ruined too. Maybe that's why they left them on there. Who knows? So, in the back of my head, I'm like, if this is a $500 car, maybe I'll buy it. No, they bid it up to $1,500, and it looks like that final bid was online. So, for me, it just wasn't worth the risk. For somebody else, it might be. I mean, if you got $1,500 laying around and you want to go buy a 2008 Dodge Charger that has had the stuff knocked out of it a bunch of times at a training academy, then that's more power to you. But I'm thinking, for what I wanted to do with it, you know, possibly turn it into some sort of show car and trailer it from, you know, show to show, that kind of thing. Yeah, being that the transmission's probably shot, and now who knows what's going on. It could be as simple as a battery being bad, but who knows. It just didn't seem worth it. I could go get a Charger that's in much better shape and, you know, basically turn it into that vehicle. So I couldn't talk myself into it. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it. You know, I just couldn't justify it. Besides, I'm sitting in a perfectly good 2010 Impala that I can actually drive. Anyway, later in the auction, I did notice some other vehicles floating around. I will say, looking at these, I'm really happy I got my car when I got my car from the department I got my car from. These things are tore up. Got some Crown Vics here too. Some down there. Some more down here. These are in a little better shape. It just goes on and on and on. There's some fun stuff, like there's a City of Clearwater car there. It still had the full brush guard on the front. Yeah, this one's kind of cool. This is an old City of Clearwater car. Typically, they don't let these things go with the big old push bar, you know, brush guard configuration still on them. So that's kind of neat. Looks like it's a 06. Don't even know if you can really see in there all that well. Looks like they put the panels back in there. Kind of hard to shoot through this glass because it's really dirty. Oh yeah, classic spray paint. Again, makes me happy that when I got my car, they actually took all the stuff off without tearing everything up in the process. I mean, heck, they even spray painted the Ford logo. It's kind of a shame. You Tauruses. And, yeah, a bunch of other vehicles. It's just kind of interesting. Most of the Crown Vics were selling for around, $2,000, and they were running. So, again, why buy a dead Charger when if I wanted to, I could go buy a Crown Vic that works for, $1,800, $2,000, something like that. So, anyway, hope you guys got a kick out of this video. Hope you appreciate, seeing this kind of stuff. Let me know what you like. This channel is going to be, like I said, primarily focused on, this car that I'm sitting in right now. There'll be some life stuff in there kind of mixed in here and there. I'm not going to do a whole lot of that, but I'm going to try to focus on, law enforcement type stuff, the ownership of an ex-cop car and some of the stuff that I've collected to go along with it. As I said before, I am not the police. I have no intentions on being the police. Bad sense. Everything that I would do at some point to this car, if I do turn it into a show vehicle, will be purely for show. I'm not going to be driving around on the road terrorizing people with it. No way. So, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for checking out the video. If you did like it, subscribe. If you want to know when the next video is out, hit the little bell next to it. Be sure to drop me a comment if you enjoyed it. Be sure to click like, and I will see you next video. If you've seen my unboxing video, then you'll probably wonder if I still have the flag. Yep, it's still here. That's right, still hanging on the wall. It's still there. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. It'll be at the end here. Appreciate you watching.